What is going on, everybody? Car Guy V8 here once again, and this week I decided it was finally time to pull the 383 stroker out of my 1979 GMC Sierra. If you remember, this is my mild Vortec-headed 383 setup, and my goal was to replace it with my mild budget-built 357 small block Chevy, and 3 weeks ago I uploaded the video where I built it, and the total price of this engine was $986, and that included everything you see in this video today. Here is my finished 357 small block swap into my 1979 step side, and it actually looks really good in there. This color combination looks better than the old 383, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll tell you why I did this swap and why I pulled out that 383. But this again is the $900 budget built 357. So this will be its first start on camera. I'm gonna set you back about right here. Should just turn key start at this moment. So now let's talk about why I pulled out a perfectly good Vortec-headed 383 stroker and put this small little budget 357 in there. And there is a good reason for that. This obviously makes a whole lot less power, being it's just 76cc heads, but its cam actually chops a little harder than I was expecting. And I just finished driving it too. I'll show you all the video for that. I think probably 2 weeks from the published date of this video, you'll see the first drive of this truck. And it's impressed me so far. It obviously lacks a lot of the power that the 383 has. Feels like it's probably down maybe 80, 100 horse, something like that, as expected. But what really surprised me was I have a GM 2500 torque converter. GM 25 is the part number. But I had that torque converter behind the 383 stroker, and I also have it behind this engine. And since this engine makes so much less horsepower and torque, it actually stalls considerably lower, so that makes it feel punchier right off the line. If you've ever driven a car with a torque converter, you know what I mean. The second you get into it, the 383 would obliterate this setup, but whenever you just snap the throttle real quick, the truck jumps with this little engine. It honestly surprised me. I was calling up a couple friends telling them, like, God, man, this thing's really snappy, but it's fun for what it is. Now let's talk about why I pulled out the 383 and put this in. With finances the way they are these days, I have 3 project vehicles. You can see it, this truck, the Corvette, and the Camaro behind me. And I have 0 good, reliable daily drivers. So one of the vehicles had to go. The Corvette, that one's not going anywhere. I've always wanted a C3, and I haven't even got the chance to really start on it yet, other than very minor things. That's my winter project if things go as planned. The Camaro, right now it's still running and driving. Initially I put it up for sale like 6 months ago, but then there wasn't really any interest in the area, and I kind of was like, man, why am I going to sell this car? So I took it off the marketplace, and I have more plans for it because I really love second-gen Camaros. And as the market is right now in this area, I think this truck is the smartest choice. I'll probably miss it, but you know, I've done a lot to it over the years. You've seen on the channel, it went from basically sitting 8, 9 years. It was 5, 6 different colors. It had a bad engine. The transmission was bad. It didn't have seats in it. All the bed was rotten. It's come a long way, and I've done a lot to it. And I've just about used all my skills on it. I don't have body skills or anything, so that's why it still looks a little bit dinged up in places. I'm not a body guy. So all that's to say, this truck's got to go. And I didn't want to sell my Vortec 383 with it. That's such a good engine, and I have so little money in it. I really did not want to let it go. So this was the smart choice, because I had that 357 laying around and built the budget engine. So guys, this truck won't be on the channel much longer, and I hate that, but something had to go. I'm not rich. If I was rich, I'd have this, and the whole background would just be junk cars. I'd probably still have 0 reliable daily drivers, but I'd be able to smile when I walked outside. So guys, thank y'all for watching.